Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium here in Champaign, Illinois, as the Fighting Illini and the Minnesota Golden Gophers meet up in this Big Ten West Divisional clash. We are now 7 weeks into the regular season, and we'll take a look here at the Western Division standings. Wisconsin sitting there at the top, Illinois coming in at 5-1 overall, 3-0 in conference play, and Minnesota having an up and down start to the year will be 2-3 in conference play and 3-3 overall. Some injury news. Last week on the episode previewing this game, we said Potts would be injured, but Trayson Potts will be activated. He is probable with his ankle. And then here are some visiting prospects that'll be coming to the stadium today to watch this game for Illinois. Minnesota wins the toss, and they will elect to defer to the second half. So they will kick us off, and we are underway. A beautiful day game here in Champaign. And Kyron Cumby will take it deep out of the end zone. He's going to try to get to the left side, and he will be stuffed. So after that short return, Illinois will start from around the 18-yard line, and Isaiah Williams has been maneuvering this offense pretty well over the last few games, and we'll see if they can keep it up today. First play, Williams looking to throw, and he's going to bail out to his right, and he's going to fire it downfield. He was looking for Cumby across the middle of the field, and he missed him. Jumping ahead now to 3rd down and 10. Illinois sporting 5 wide. Williams calling some hot routes. Illinois looking to avoid the opening drive 3 and out. Williams is going to roll to his right, and he's just going to tuck it with all the open field. A player stumbles, and Williams is able to take advantage of the Gopher defender stumbling there, and he picks up 23 yards there on the rush. So now fresh set of downs. Illinois continuing to sport 5 wide. Williams steps up and fires to his left and hits Patrick Bryant. And Patrick Bryant gets the first reception of the day for the Illini. 2nd and 3, it's a jet sweep to Armstrong, and he's going to be just short of the chains. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. And Illinois will go into the I formation. Chase Brown, as always, out of the backfield. He will take it. He tumbles over a defender and picks up an extra few yards there. Nice run by Chase Brown, who Illinois likes to use in those formations. He is a power back, and he definitely got the job done there. Hayden now will get the ball, and with some good blocking ahead of him, he gets all the way to the right side of the field and picks up 16 yards. Chase Hayden, the man of the hour, eclipsing 150 yards rushing last week. That's the 2nd week in a row he's done that. As Williams is going to fire on this play downfield in the end zone, and it's picked off by Dixon. Michael Dixon gets the interception right at the goal line as Isaiah Williams on play action was looking for Kamari Thompson. And once again, Isaiah's biggest struggle as a quarterback has been his inability to throw the ball deeper down the field. He tends to underthrow balls, and those have resulted in interceptions from time to time. So the offense for Minnesota will start today, and Jonathan Mann gets it on a jet sweep to start us off. Zach Annexstad will fire for his first pass of the day, and it's going to be to Brown Stevens, who puts a stiff arm down on Eddie Smith. And Zach Annexstad, who we talked about a lot on last week's preview, he has been outstanding this year so far, and he continues to throw it to a wide open Douglas Emilian over the middle of the field. Douglas Emilian wide open there on a post route, and he picks up a huge chunk of yards, and already 4 plays in, Minnesota is down in the red zone. Play action, Annexstad with all day to throw is going to fire over the middle again. It's Emilian, and it's a touchdown. Zach Annexstad wasting no time in firing in some beautiful seams across the middle of the field to Douglas Emilian on this drive. And Marquez Beeson was in tight coverage on him, and you don't see Beeson give up man-on-man touchdowns like that very often. Cumby on 2nd down and 11 can't hang on to that pass as he got hit over the middle of the field. So now quickly, once again, Illinois is in a 3rd down and long situation. Williams with time to throw, he's going to fire as the pocket collapses there. He held onto the ball for a good amount of time there. And that ball's deflected, and it's going to be 4th down and 11. Illinois is forced to punt, and that one was shanked pretty badly by Hugh Robertson, and that didn't go for much. Minnesota will get the ball at midfield. It's going to be a pitch to Potts, and Potts with some blocking downfield is going to pick up a huge chunk. That's a 25-yard rush before Tariq Barnes tracks him down. And just like that, Annexstad's going to go to work at the 25. He completes another one to Emilian, who just seems to be getting himself wide open every other play. Jumping ahead now to 2nd down and 10. Annexstad will roll to his right, and with time to throw, he'll just fire the ball out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone. So now 3rd down and 10. Can the defense get a crucial stop here? Annexstad fires, and Brett Green hangs on, but he'll be out of bounds, well short of the pylon. So Illinois will get a crucial stop there on defense. But Minnesota will put the field goal through, so it'll be 10-0 now. Got to give credit to the defense for starting that drive with their backs against the wall at midfield. They're only giving up a field goal. And Annexstad looks on point today. Kyron Cumby on the ensuing kickoff with a nice little return there. And this defense for Minnesota that has shut down Illinois thus far on the first 2 drives will retake the field. Illinois now in a quick 10-0 hole. This is territory that they have not been in for quite some time this year. And Chase Hayden will make a nice run there. Some nice moves there from Hayden. So 1st down and 10 across midfield. Cumby will get it on a jet sweep, and Cumby's got some blocks of field. Cumby's going down the right side of the field, and he's going to score. Kyron Cumby, the jet sweep, a 44-yard rush touchdown for Kyron Cumby. And Illinois responds just like that. Great call by offensive coordinator Tony Peterson, giving the ball to Kyron Cumby on the ground on a jet sweep, and the blocking downfield for Illinois couldn't be any better there. So now it is 10-7, a lot of action already, and we're only midway through the first quarter. Annexstad's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up a 1st down. Annexstad still has the ability to rush the ball when he wants to. But he's going to be looking to throw this time, but Keith Randolph, who else, gets the sack, and Keith Randolph continues his big, devastating campaign of just racking up sacks every game on this season. Annexstad on 2nd and 18 is going to keep it, and he gets a huge chunk of those yards back. It's a 13-yard gain there for Annexstad, so now he'll set up the Gophers with 3rd down and 5. Clean pocket. Annexstad is going to fire, and he hits Trayson Potts, and Potts is going to get extra yards there, and he's down at the 40, but there's a flag.
Pass interference. Offense.
And it's an offensive pass interference against Minnesota, and that was on Brown Stevens. And what a huge break for Illinois.
Still 3rd down.
That'll wipe out the 1st down conversion, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 15. And there you see Brown Stevens getting called for that pass interference. So 3rd down and 15. Can the defense get off the field after that penalty? Annexstad is going to fire to his right, and it's Brown Stevens who says my bad on that penalty, and he makes up for that loss. And he converts a 22-yard reception for a 1st down. Annexstad dancing all around the pocket's going to fire downfield looking for Brown Stevens again, but that ball was misfired. 2nd down and 10. It's going to be a draw play to Kai Thomas, and he breaks away from a tackler. But Illinois is able to stop him just short of getting the 1st down, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. Minnesota spreading out the field now on 3rd and 1. They're going to be throwing. Annexstad is going to fire to his right, and it's Douglas Emilian again. Emilian has been wide open across the middle of the field multiple times today already. And we jump ahead now to 3rd down and 5. Minnesota just inside the red zone. Annexstad with another clean pocket. He's going to fire to the left, and it's broken up in the end zone. Eddie Smith there with the deflection and tight coverage. And the defense will force another field goal attempt. Great job by the defense to bow up, as that field goal is going to be good. So Minnesota capitalizes again on another drive, but good job by Illinois to hold in the field goals there. Chase Hayden gets the ball up the middle, and he picks up a solid 17. The blocking by the offensive line and by these receivers on some of these run plays has been great today so far. Kyron Cumbie on the dump off will get it, and he's trying to break away from some tacklers. He'll pick up the first down as the first quarter comes to a close, and that was an eventful first quarter to say the least. A lot of action, a lot of scoring, a turnover, and we're going to jump ahead now, starting the second quarter with 3rd down and 4. Williams feeling the rush. He's going to dump it off quickly to Hayden, and Hayden gets the first down. Chase Hayden doing it all through the air and on the ground, getting huge conversions and big chunk yards for Illinois. Jumping ahead again, it's 3rd down and 16 now after a sack. Deuce Spann is in the ball game at quarterback after Williams was out for a play, and he's going to fire it downfield as that play was broken and Charlie Ford deflects it away. So you see there, Isaiah Williams will have a strained shoulder, but he expects to be back in the game. So Illinois is going to settle for a 57-yard field goal attempt from Caleb Griffin, and that ball is going to be short. Interesting decision to send out Griffin for the field goal attempts. As we jump ahead now to 3rd down and 9 on the ensuing drive. Minnesota sporting 5 wide. It's going to be a screen setting up for Emelian, and Emelian is going to be plowed by Beeson. And Beeson comes in on his blind side and lays him out. So PJ Fleck and his defense outside of that one big rush play from Kyron Cumbie has done pretty well. Chase Hayden, though, will get another run on the right side, and he's got some room. He's going down the sideline. Chase Hayden is going to be brought down just inside the 7-yard line. Just as I say that, Illinois continues to exploit the rushing game on the right side of the field. 1st down and goal now. Williams is going to keep it, and he's going to score. Isaiah Williams keeps it on the read option, and Illinois has tied the game, and they will now be an extra point away from taking the lead. All it took was 2 plays, 2 rushing plays, and Illinois responds, and they now have the lead. How about that? Nebraska and Michigan, another big cross-divisional matchup in this conference. And Nebraska's up early on the road in the Big House. 3 minutes now to go in the second quarter for Minnesota. Play action as Annexstad dumps it off to Spann Ford, and Spann Ford picks up the first down. 1st down and 10 now for Minnesota. We've seen them, Annexstad specifically, be able to do a lot. He hands it off to Potts this time, and Potts will pick up a solid 8 yards. Both offenses have been able to move the ball pretty well thus far. 3rd down and 2 now. Annexstad is going to feel the heat, and he's going to fire it for Brown Stevens, who breaks loose, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3rd down and 2 pass play, and Brown Stevens got wide open, and the true freshman Darren Robinson looked like he was caught napping there, and Brown Stevens gets behind him. And Annexstad and the Gopher offense have been on point today. Ensuing drive, it's going to be a jet sweep for Jafar Armstrong as Illinois tries to see what they can do on the left side of the field. And it picks up 5. So now 3rd down and 1. A minute 20 to go. Hayden's going to get the handoff, and he's going to try to break away, but he's going to be tackled. Chase Hayden already has 127 yards now, and he's going to break another record today. I think we can safely assume that. Williams is going to fire it at the last second, waiting for Luke Ford to finally cut up field. And he does, but he's going to be short of the 1st down line. So the clock is running. 2nd down and 1. Hayden's going to get the ball, and he's going up the middle, and he picks up 12. When you think Illinois is going to throw, they just hand the ball off to Hayden. And the rushing game has really been working so far today. Williams on 1st and 10 is going to fire it into Thompson, and Thompson's breaking away, and he's tackled down inside the 30-yard line. Illinois calls a timeout. 32 seconds now. Illinois with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. But you can't rush the ball all day long with the clock running like it is now. DeLayvin Campbell gets the reception over the middle. Great job by Isaiah Williams to fit it in there. And that'll momentarily stop the clock with a first down. Now Williams is going to roll to his right, and he's going to fire it off to Armstrong. And Armstrong gets across the chains. And that'll stop the clock again. Great methodical work here from Illinois. First down and goal from the 20. Clock is running. Williams is going to dump it off to Hayden, and he's wide open, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Illinois. They respond right back and will be taking the lead. Chase Hayden does it all. He got himself wide open there on a little dump off, a check down. And Williams, with 14 seconds to go, gives Illinois the lead with that touchdown pass. And this has been a pretty entertaining half of football, to say the least. Minnesota now with 14 seconds to go. They're going to hand it off to Potts and just get into the locker room. And for as well as Minnesota has played, especially offensively, they're going to be down by 1 point going into the locker room here at half. And if you're Illinois, you got to be happy with the offensive performance so far. Chase Hayden already has 139 yards rushing. And just look at the stats here. Look at that disparity between passing and rushing. Minnesota doing it through the air and Illinois doing it on the ground. That one interception by Isaiah Williams could have prevented Illinois from being up by at least 4 points potentially, I should say. It'll be a one-score game now, and Minnesota, who deferred, will get the ball here to start the second half. Annexstad looking to throw as he feels the blitz and dumps it off to Potts, and Potts picks up 8. Jumping ahead now to third down and 2. Annexstad's going to send Brown Stevens in motion, and they're going to hand it off to Potts, but Potts is going to be met in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down. It's a 2-yard loss. Shamon Cooper came in there to clean up the tackle. And Illinois will get a big stop here to open the second half. Ensuing drive, we jump ahead to second down and 7 now. Isaiah Williams is going to keep it on the read option, picks up a nice block there. And that'll pick up the first down. It's going to be a handoff to Hayden. Hayden looking to go to the right side, and he is brought down for an 8-yard rush. Illinois continuing to exploit the run game, and Hayden has had 150 yards rushing. Hayden gets the handoff once again on third down and 1. It's a first down, but there's a flag. It'll be a holding call against Preston Angle, the center. And that'll wipe out that first down, so it'll be third down and 11. Deal doesn't like the call there. But it'll be third down and 11. And Illinois Sporting trips right. Isaiah Williams is going to look over the middle, however, and that one was deflected away. Josh Ani there. And Isaiah Williams blind spot, so Illinois will have to punt the ball away. First down and 10 now for the Gopher offense. Annexstad feeling the heat again, and he's going to be sacked by Keith Randolph. Keith Randolph with his second sack today. Put your best tackle on Keith Randolph, and I don't think it matters. He gets around him and sacks Annexstad. We're going to jump ahead now to third down and 14. Can the defense get their second stop of the half? It's going to be a dump off to Emelian, and they are all over it. It's fourth down and 8, and Minnesota will have to punt the ball away. Great job by the defense to open up the second half. On the punt, Kyron Cumby muffs the punt, and it's recovered by Minnesota. Oh my goodness, Kyron Cumby. He has now muffed punts several times now this season. And that one is costly. That's going to be a turnover, and Minnesota will get the ball right back, but it doesn't matter as the defensive line, or that's Cornelius Taylor, the safety, I should say. He comes in on a blitz from the right side, and it'll be third down and 17, but Minnesota still is in field goal range. Annexstad, however, will be sacked again. The defense says no problem on that muffed punt, and they sack Minnesota twice for 14-yard loss on that drive, and it'll be 4th and 24, and they have to punt the ball away. Kyron Cumbie and his mistakes being bailed out by the defense. We jump ahead now on the ensuing drive. 3rd down and 5, and they're going to hand it off to Hayden. Hayden looking to get to the right side, as Illinois has been successful on that side of the field today, but that time it doesn't work as Gage Keys gets him. So ensuing drive, we jump ahead to 3rd and 9 for Minnesota. Minnesota looking to convert, and the dump off to Kai Thomas will be no good. That's going to be just shy of the 1st down line by 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Their 4th straight stop in the 3rd quarter. And surprisingly, for all the offense we saw in the first half, there was no scoring in the 3rd quarter. So now we will jump ahead to the 4th quarter. It's still a 1-point game. Minnesota's going to bring out the offense on 4th and 2. Annexstad sends the tight end in motion. He's looking to throw, and he's going to fire to a wide open Brown-Stevens, and he's down inside the 25. Mike Brown-Stevens is just killing the secondary today, and that's a huge 4th down conversion for Minnesota. 1st and 10 now from the 24. Annexstad is going to fire it off to his left. He lofts one in for Potts, and Potts is out of bounds near the 6. That 4th down conversion proving to be huge on this drive. Tight end in motion as Minnesota is really sending guys around. And that one is just will be fired out of the back of the end zone. Good coverage there from Illinois. 2nd down and goal. Minnesota can take the lead with at least a field goal here as Brown-Stevens is in motion, and it's going to be a fake option and fires it in, and it's a touchdown to Daniel Jackson. What a throw from Zach Annexstad across the field, and he hits Jackson there right at the sideline. Annexstad with great footwork and a dime in there. And Jackson got both feet in bounds. That's a touchdown. Minnesota now up by 5. They're going to go for 2 to try to make this a 7-point game. They spread the field out, and they're going to hand it off to Potts, and Illinois didn't have many guys in the box. And they're going to convert the 2-point conversion. 1st down and 10 now, as it's now a 7-point game, and Illinois is down. The handoff's going to go to Hayden, and Hayden gets around the defender, and he's going down the sideline. See you later, Chase Hayden. He has been on fire, and he gets a 72-yard rush on the very next play. This game is tied. My goodness. What a game we have today. Chase Hayden is now north of 200 rushing yards, and that run had this place on fire. War Memorial Stadium is electric right now, and we are tied. 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. What a game we've had today. Annexstad's going to hand it off to Jackson, and Jackson fumbles the ball, but Austin Beer there is able to recover the fumble, so we jump ahead to 3rd down and 4 now. The crowd is loud. Annexstad's going to fire it to Jackson, and Jackson, this time he hangs on to the football. And they convert. 2nd and 6 now. Minnesota trying to get across midfield. They are going to, it's going to be a designed run for Annexstad, and that's a 4-yard loss. Great job there by Patrick Coleman to stop him in the backfield, so it's 3rd down and 10. This would be a huge stop for this Illini defense. Annexstad is going to fire to the right side, and it's deflected away from Marquez Beeson. Marquez Beeson steps up as Joya Washington is celebrating like he was the one that made that play. But Beeson comes up huge, and Illinois will get the ball. 4.5 minutes to go. Williams stepping up in the pocket's going to try to rush out of it, but he's brought down, and it'll be 3rd down and 5. This would be a huge conversion for this offense. 4 minutes and counting to go. Williams is going to fire it over the middle to Cumbie, but Cumbie is going to be tracked down in the open field. Great stop there by Minnesota, and that forces an Illini punt. Hugh Robertson sends it away, and Kai Thomas will take it, and he breaks a tackle from Prince Green, but will be brought down. And now 3.5 minutes left in this game. Minnesota will get the ball back. Anixtad is going to fire off to his right. It's Brown Stevens, and Brown Stevens picks up 8. He has been a menace today, a real big thorn in the side of this defense. Anixtad keeps it on the QB draw as Illinois had nobody in the box. Great call there from Minnesota. And they are now at 2nd and 7 as we jump ahead right at midfield. Anixtad fires over the middle to Brown Stevens, and Brown Stevens has his 6th reception. It feels like he's had more than that. 3rd down and 4 now. Anixtad's going to fire, and it's Jackson, and Jackson is brought down over the middle. And they have had some huge conversions today, and that's another big one, as their receivers have really been able to torch the secondary. Anixtad is going to fire off to his right, and that one is fit in there to Jonathan Mann. They say he's inbounds, and Zach Anixtad is having an outstanding game. His passes have been on point, and that was a great throw there. And it's 1st down and 10 now from the 14. 2 minutes left to go in the game now as Trayson Potts gets the ball on the draw, and he's brought down. Great stop there from Moses Okpala. Illinois may need to start calling timeouts here. 1:30 to go. Anixtad's going to hand it off to Potts, and Potts is going to be brought down by Okpala again. And Illinois will now call a timeout. It'll be 3rd and down and 9, 1:23 to go. And Minnesota can at least take the lead with a field goal here. They're going to hand it off to Potts, and interesting play call as Illinois will stop him and call a timeout. So Minnesota electing to just settle for the field goal and force Illinois to call a timeout. This one is an easy chip shot, center cut for the Gophers. Snap down, kick is up and good. Minnesota has been methodical. Zach Anixtad has been on point today, and they take a 3-point lead with 1:16 to go. Cumbie will let this one bounce for a touchback. And Isaiah Williams in this offense, they have 1:16, a timeout to go. Down by 3. Handoff goes to Hayden, and Hayden makes another juke move, and that's a 10-yard rush, but he's going to be short of the 1st down line, so the clock is running. That's a huge call there to mark Chase Hayden short. And they're going to hand it off to him again, and he gets to the right side, and he will get out of bounds for a 7-yard gain and a 1st down. Some time came off the clock there as Hayden was marked short. Illinois really showing that they are reliant on the run game. Williams looking to roll to his left, and he's got some wide open space, and Williams with some great vision there brings Illinois across midfield for the 1st down. That was big, and Illinois now is in business. 42 seconds to go. It's going to be a handoff to the left side to Hayden. Hayden's got some room, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. A 20-yard rush for Hayden, and just like that, Illinois is in field goal range. Hayden is at 238 yards today on the ground. But Illinois has more important things to worry about. A field goal can at least tie. Play action. Williams dumps it off quickly to Ford, and that might not be what you wanted there as he was brought down in the open field and the clock is running. Illinois still has 1 timeout left in their back pocket. 18 seconds to go. Williams is going to fire it downfield to the end zone, and Kamari Thompson hauls it in for the touchdown. Oh my goodness. Kamari Thompson, he's a hero again. Kamari Thompson hauls in what we hope is the game-winning touchdown. And he mosses number 6 there right at the goal line. And Kamari Thompson has done it again. Isaiah Williams with the game-winning touchdown drive. We saw it last year against Northwestern. Kamari Thompson has done it once again. A huge go-ahead touchdown with 14 seconds to go. This is unbelievable, this team right here. Caleb Griffin will send us away. Thomas is going to take it out of the end zone. This will take some time off the clock as he's going to be brought down around the 26. Only 11 seconds to go, and PJ Fleck sends out his quarterback, who's been outstanding today, but 3 timeouts and only 11 seconds. They need to get into the end zone. It'll take a miracle for Minnesota to pull this one off. First down and 10. Annexstad's going to look down the left side of the field, and Daniel Edwards is there, and he almost had the interception, but it's broken up. 6 seconds to go now. Illinois in the prevent defense. Annexstad. He's going to fire it across the middle of the field for Daniel Jackson, and the clock runs out. This game is over. Illinois with a thrilling victory. A huge clutch touchdown pass to Kamari Thompson with 14 seconds to go, as Illinois pulls off another thrilling victory at home this season. Chase Hayden, player of the game. I just can't say enough about this team. They showed incredible poise today. This was an outstanding game. A lot of offensive fireworks. The defense stepped up when they needed to. And despite their struggles, they were able to hold Minnesota to field goals and keep them out of the end zone. Enough times needed to give this offense a chance to win the game, and that's exactly what they did. 1:16 to go. Isaiah Williams brought this team 75 yards down the field, and he lofted up a 50-50 ball to Kamari Thompson right at the goal line, and Kamari Thompson came down with it. Kamari Thompson will be an Illini legend for some of the game-winning touchdowns he has had. We'll show it to you one more time. The game-winning play. Kamari Thompson hauls it in at the goal line. Illinois takes the victory over Minnesota, and the Illini now are going to be 6-1. Williams 12 of 19, 114 yards. Didn't have a lot of passing yards, 2 touchdowns, but I thought Williams was pretty solid today all around. Zach Annexstad was amazing, 23 of 31. He threw for 344 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He has honestly been one of the best quarterbacks in college football so far this year. As far as the ground game for Minnesota, Trayson Potts, he had that ankle problem going into this game, but he got 47 yards on the ground. Kai Thomas had a few carries as well. But Chase Hayden, 268 yards rushing on 20 attempts, a touchdown. He averaged 13.5 yards per carry. Just amazing numbers there for Chase Hayden. It's unbelievable. Kyron Cumby also had that huge jet sweep touchdown. That was Illinois' first touchdown of the game as well. But you just can't say enough about Chase Hayden. He also did it through the air as well. He had 3 receptions for 16 yards and had a touchdown reception through the air as well. Somebody tell me how many fantasy points Chase Hayden had today, because he would have won you your matchup this week. Kamari Thompson, of course, with the huge game-winning touchdown reception, 2 for 45, and that touchdown on his mark today. And as far as Minnesota, they did it a lot through the air. Douglas Emilian had 6 for 82 and a touchdown. Mike Brown-Stevens just killed Illinois today. 6 for 134 yards and a touchdown. Put him on your fantasy team as well with Chase Hayden, and you would have certainly had a big day. Daniel Jackson had some big catches as well. He had that big touchdown reception late in the game. But Zach Annexstad really fed these guys, and these receivers did a good job. Defensively for Illinois, nothing real flashy today. The secondary definitely struggled in the passing defense, but Marquez Beeson had a big deflection there on a 3rd down. Cornelius Taylor had a sack. Keith Randolph, once again, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for losses. Keith Randolph, I'm telling you, put him on somebody's Heisman shortlist. He's been that good. Anthony Shipton also had a sack as well. And defense definitely stepped up and made big plays, even though the numbers don't look that great. But here you go, and this disparity couldn't have been any more prominent. 372 rushing yards for Illinois and 344 passing yards for Minnesota. And if you add up the totals there, they're going to be about the same. These two teams looked very even today. Illinois lost a turnover battle 2-0, but still managed to overcome that. Minnesota surprisingly had more time of possession despite all the passing that they had. But anyhow, players of the game, Chase Hayden, my goodness, look at that line right there. Keith Randolph with 2 sacks as defensive player of the game. Zach Anixtad on offense for Minnesota. And Michael Dixon, who had that lone interception for the Gophers. A lot of heroes on both sides of the ball in this game. Some monster numbers put up by a few players in this game. And now shifting to some recruiting news. How about Reggie Mathis? He committed. He visited today. And Illinois has their kicker of the future. Reggie Mathis, he was the guy that they preferred over Mike Evans, and Reggie Mathis will be the kicker for the next 4 years starting next year. And really quick, I just wanted to show you, look at that. Chase Hayden is 6th in rushing yards for the NCAA. He is 6th up there with the leaders. And some of those guys are on a Heisman watch list. Wonder if you see Hayden's name up there at any point if he continues this. Anyways, we're going to shift ahead to the Iowa game. What a game this was today. And if you notice now, Illinois 6-1, undefeated in conference play, but they are still not ranked. This team is still not ranked in the top 25, and you can see they received some votes there, but they're still about 31st or 32nd in the polls. So I understand why. This is a big reason why. Look at Missouri's record. Think about what we saw in week 1. Missouri is 2-6. They have gone 1-6 since playing Illinois. They lost to Utah State the following week. Their only other win besides Illinois was Southern Miss. And they're 0-5 in conference play. They are 0-5 in SEC play. Granted, they have played some good teams, but they have been blown out. And that is just shocking considering what we saw on the field that day. And that's just a huge black eye, a huge blemish on this resume for Illinois. So I think they should be ranked personally with how well they've been playing, but I think you can understand why the pollsters are hesitant to put Illinois in the top 25, and that's really going to bring them down the rest of the season if this team keeps it up, unfortunately. However, though, we're going to move ahead previewing this Iowa game, and Iowa will be coming into Champaign as a 5-point favorite. They are still a very good team. They have a lot of guys returning from last season. Their pass offense is one of the best in the country, number 3 overall. And after what we saw from Minnesota and Zach Anixtad today, it might make you a little bit worried to see how the secondary can bounce back against a team that throws the ball even better, with Spencer Petras being their quarterback. So I expect to see a lot of the same next week against Iowa, a lot of passing. But Devin Witherspoon will return next week. He had been out and he will return. So we'll see how that shakes up the secondary. We don't know if it'll help them improve or not. But Spencer Petras, he throws the ball a lot. He does throw some interceptions, though. He is prone to turning the ball over. 11 interceptions, but putting up some video games number on the season. And looking at Iowa's schedule, a big up and down season, kind of similar to Minnesota. They lost to Louisiana Tech, got destroyed by Iowa State, but they rebounded, beat Penn State, Purdue, got blown out by Wisconsin, and then they blew out Northwestern last week. So I think it's a matter of which Iowa team are you going to get when they come into Champaign next week, and we shall see. Another reason why this game is a big deal is look at the Big Ten standings now. Illinois and Wisconsin are tied for 4-0 in the division, and Iowa is 3-1. So despite Iowa's struggles, they are still 3-1 in conference play, and if they beat Illinois, they will be in the 2nd spot. So a big game as far as standings go. Illinois will look to keep up with Wisconsin, and despite not being ranked, this team is playing at a very high level, and I'm really looking forward to this game. It should be another high-scoring game. And if you guys remember from last season, Iowa was number 4 going into Champaign last year, undefeated, and Illinois upset them at home. It was a rout, and I'm sure Iowa has a huge revenge factor on their shoulder as they come into town next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week as the Illini host the Iowa Hawkeyes. See y'all then.